Good morning, everyone. Today, we are going to be talking you through our assigned court case and a little bit about how it has shaped our racial and cultural views on diversity in the education system today. Our case was between Grutter versus Bollinger, held in Supreme Court on June 23, 2003. This court case revolves around the controversial issues of affirmative action. Affirmative action is a policy favoring those who tend to suffer from discrimination, especially in regards to education, admission into schools, etc. This case involved Barbara Grutter, who was a white female resident in the state of Michigan. She applied to the University of Michigan's law school in pursuit of her master's degree. Her undergraduate GPA was above a 3.8, and she also scored a 161 on her LSAT, basically meaning that she met all of the credentials needed for acceptance into this law program.
Focusing on the historical context of race, Grutter being white puts her in a great advantage in society. As learned in IDS3013, there is no such existence of race other than a socially constructed concept of it.
On the other end of this case was Lee Bollinger, the now former president of the University of Michigan. He was being sued by Barbara Grutter under the claim that the Office of Admissions favors minorities over other potential students, which was a violation of part of the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment states that no child living in any state may be denied equal access to schooling. This is where the issue of affirmative action arises.
The case mentions that Grutter felt she was rejected from the University of Michigan because the institution was focusing on students belonging to a minority group, giving them a greater chance of admission compared to students with similar credentials, yet belonging to a disfavorable racial group. The decision of the case debated about equal educational opportunity and the University of Michigan's decision in promoting a diverse student body. While it was said that these practices were narrowly tailored, it's essentially important for all the schools to give equal opportunity. It's only right that the affirmative action in schools stays active. Otherwise, underrepresented races wouldn't have the same opportunity that white students do.
The Supreme Court ended up siding with the University of Michigan, meaning that affirmative action in admission processes would stay constitutional. This was a groundbreaking court decision which shed light and awareness on new opportunities for minorities in schools everywhere. By upholding the affirmative action policy, racial stereotypes are put on hold in order to recognize and admit students with different cultural backgrounds.
In the case of Grutter versus Bollinger, we examined some of the historical inequalities that are prevalent in the U.S. and in the educational system regarding race, social class, and white privilege. While the use of affirmative action was necessary in maintaining the University of Michigan's goal of a diverse student body, it's as equally important in creating educational opportunities to racially marginalized groups to challenge the system. While those with privilege aren't aware that they possess an unequal advantage in society, their skin color will always keep them in a superior position to others. Attempting to push the barriers and understand the social construction of race can start a conversation about the discrimination of people of color who experience inequalities on a day-to-day basis. The advantage of white individuals that for centuries have dominated over others have doors open for them in life, while others are denied the same opportunities because of circumstances that shape the person's life.